Good morning, DMV and beyond. Angie Ange checking in with you. And over the weekend, the whole internet was buzzing because Shark Tank was very interesting when a group representing Prince George's County got a big opportunity and a big deal with Marck Cuban. I'm talking about the founders of Legendary Burger. And if you're in the Prince George's County area, you've been to Morgan State at an event. You probably seen them at a pop-up or just around Prince George's County. So, of course, I had to bring the team on representing for Morgan State, the CEO and founder, Dwayne Michael. Good
Yes.
morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
We've got Danita Claytor checking in, co-founder representing for Bowie and Howard University.
You know.
And of course, the man who they said this is the best burger they have ever had on Shark Tank, Jamoke Jackson, executive chef. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great morning to you.
So let's talk about, first and foremost, what Legendary Burger is, and then your journey to actually getting an opportunity to pitch on Shark Tank.
Yeah, so everything Legendary, it actually started off as Legendary Burger when we first started the whole company. And it's a purpose-driven company. This was created because of my mom's illness. My mom, thank the Lord, she just turned 71 2 months ago. But she's battled lupus for 35 years, and lupus affects her lungs. So she has like a half of one lung. So my mom was on oxygen 24/7. And she's been a strict vegan. And one of the reasons why she has been such a legend to us is because she has this healthy diet. Whereas though, yes, she takes some medicine, but she doesn't take all of it like everyone else. So that she has been our test taker. She's been our like inspiration. She's been everything that we needed. And then as well, Danita's mother, Danita's mom, unfortunately, we lost her 2 years ago to cancer, but she was another person who we were trying to get on this healthy life regimen, but it was just too late. So this is about a purpose driven, and like we wanted to make plant-based vegan food just fun and cool. That's what we really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did. It was amazing, and then I linked up with Danita. I linked up with the chef Jamoke, and I mean he put that extra stuff on it, you know, and it just really went crazy. And then from that, we just built our team even more. You know, Vincent Parker, who pretty much runs our company on a daily basis. I mean, like that's the like COO. Cynthia Betterson, who just innovates all these products. Doris, who stays on the social media and keeps these things going. So the journey started off from truly being in the grocery store with my mom, having this aha moment where she said, I don't like any of these plant-based burgers. And then me literally making a phone call to these two amazing people on my team, and then we just went from there.
Danita, what inspired you to say, okay, like when did you know you wanted to kind of be a part of this, you know, founding this company, Everything Legendary? What was it? I know you said your mom was a big part of it, but you know, what actually made you say, okay, this is a business I'd be interested in, you know, participating in?
Well, if anyone knows Dwayne, they know he's a hustler. He's energetic. I actually met him at an event. I was working an event for the Department of Social Services at the time. This was years ago. He was at an event and I ran into him. So over the years, I've watched his drive and hustle, giving back to the community. And that's something that I'm aligned with. That's on, you know, I give back to the community, help, I advocate for families. So when he came with the idea, anything that he says, I believe because I just know the passion. He matches the passion. So when your visions are aligned, then you can go beyond the impossible. Yeah. Literally.
Now we can't be Everything Legendary without this chef, okay? Jamoke,
we can't.
All of the sharks on Shark Tank, hands down, were thoroughly impressed with the taste of the burger. So can we talk about your recipe without giving away? I know a chef doesn't give away secrets, but can you talk about just, you know, how you've been able to create it? The other thing that I noticed, and even when I tried the Legendary Burger, was the patty is thicker. It's not like, typically I feel like when I've tried plant-based burgers, which I'm not the biggest fan of, it's kind of like these little thin patties, but you have like literally, it looks like a thick, juicy hamburger.
Only 210 calories. Only 210 calories.
Only 210 calories. So Jamoke, tell us about just kind of you being that mad scientist chef in the room cooking it up.
Well, you spoke on a key point in that my first two things that I wanted to do was it had to have flavor. Like that was key number one for me, something that was flavorful. I only eat flavorful food, so I can only make flavorful food. Two, when you say scientists, that's exactly what we wanted to get away from. Like we wanted it to be made in a kitchen. Like if you look at some of the other packaging, some of the other things, it's made by scientists. If you look at the back behind the scenes on all of them, they're like in a science lab going like this and that and taking a squirt of this and a squirt of that. Like I wanted a burger that like my mom used to make me like in the kitchen that was like handcrafted and molded and made in a cast iron skillet. Like that's the type of meal that I wanted. I wanted something that even non-vegans would love and enjoy. And so I think that's what we accomplished with the burger.
Yeah, I love with your presentation, you were the mad scientist, and you all said like, typically there's a scientist in there. And so I liked your pitch because it was entertaining too. Jamoke was the mad scientist that you're like, nah, we're not doing that. We've made something special and unique. So let's talk a little bit about the deal with Marck Cuban, because I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, they nailed the presentation. I know the burger's going to be a win. And then comes the tough part, the negotiation. And you don't know who's going to offer you a deal. Now, Mr. Wonderful kind of felt like your pricing was way higher than everything else. So tell us a little bit about the grilling that they did. I know a lot of that gets edited out, so I'm sure there was way more grilling than what we saw. But tell us about that process after the pitch.
Yeah, so it was we had a very strict plan, and again, this is when I have to say that how much college is important, how my team is so important, and what I mean by that, this is like a case study. This is a business class 101, and that's the reality of it. But we had a plan of we're gonna go ahead and blitz them. Vince came up with this amazing plan, and we were doing 2-a-days, 3-a-days. I was studying information on my knuckles. I was in the push-up position. I was doing everything. Like we had a complete, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, because we kept saying Mamba mentality, poetry in motion.
Poetry in motion.
Poetry in motion. I kept telling the team poetry in motion. So our plan was to blitz them, and that's why if you notice through our episode, once they tasted the burger and like we did our pitch flawlessly, I just started. And I start spitting all the information immediately to them, like what's the cost of goods, what's your profit margin, like knowing all your numbers. So my thing was to go at them up front, so that now all you're doing is asking me back questions. And I think a lot of people mess up because they wait for them to ask you a question. And we know that you can never survive on their turf. So we knew going into this that we were going to bring them on our turf. Not to mention that, there's so many backstories to this because, we were, awesome. Just putting in so much work. And just the prep that we had was so important. But yes, it was very, very intense. It's a lot longer than what they have on. It is a very long time, actually. And the first person you see when you walk out there is Mr. Wonderful, who is like supposed to be the most intense person. But if you look at the episode, you can see the look in my eyes. I told the team going into it, I'm not here for no participation awards. I'm not, like, you can't build the trophy case with that.
I said, all together.
Even to the point where like we was like getting ready, I was like, we're not talking to any other entrepreneur. I'm not here to make no friends.
You didn't let me make friends.
No.
I make friends.
No.
You didn't let me make
we didn't
friends.
lost too much in life. Personally, all of us have had too many losses. We didn't try the 1,000,001 plans. So that was a goal. And then you're right. Like you look at the deal, like we came in there saying that we have a $3 million valuation. And we end up getting a deal for $300,000 at 22%, which again, if you go college 101, that's a $1.6 million valuation. You know what I mean? So we went in on that. And it's just a testament of education. And that's why I never want people to like, this is education. This is Morgan State University. This is Bowie State University. This is Howard University. This is what these great HBCUs produce. They produce young, vibrant, educated excellence. And that's what we really showed. And that's what I want everyone to understand with this. Like, get that college education, and it will prepare you. Yeah. Because we were prepared.
Yeah. I was curious about that too. Like giving up the equity in your company versus taking on perhaps a loan because you all were doing well. Did you consider that as an option in terms of, or were you always willing to give up the equity in the company?
Yeah. So we knew the max equity we were willing to give up. Like we already knew that going in. And it's because, which is a point to that, is because we hold all the equity. So So we got to this point holding all the equity. I did have an idea going in there, where I was gonna ask for a line of credit. Right. So that was the initial thing, but you can't do that going in.
They told us we couldn't do
like I wrote it out so sweet, like, but you can't do that. Like they won't even allow you, you have to get there.
Gotcha.
So because my first thing was I wanted a line of credit with 5% equity. That's how I was going into the whole thing. But you can't even write it in there that way. That's a true story. But we knew that, you know, and Mark has a saying, which I've watched Shark Tank a lot, and you know, he always says, if you can either own 100% of orange, or you can own a smaller percent of a watermelon. So, you know, and it was about getting like the right partner. That's another thing, getting the right partner. And I believe that we got like the right one. Like Mark is, one thing about Marck Cuban, I'm gonna tell everybody right now.
He don't play.
As much as I thought I'd work hard. No.
He's up. This is time.
No, like
calling,
Mark, I remember one time on a Friday, because I just wanted to see how hard he was really going, right? I remember on a Friday, we going back on emails. Friday, this is Marck Cuban. He's emailing me going back on Fridays to like 2 a.m. in the morning. And this is just going back and forth. Like Mark has literally 1,000 companies that he has invested in. So like they're like personal, like he hits you all the time. I've been talking to Mark all morning today. You know what I mean? What are the numbers? Where are we at right now? What's the next move? Where are we doing? Like it's like you get to enjoy this moment for a second. And again, I'll tell anybody, like that's the fearful thing to me, is that the sacrifices that it took to get here, what is it gonna take to get there?
Yeah.
Like that is like the most terrifying thing to me. You know, and I sat with my team last night, me, Jamoke, Danita, Vince, Cynthia, and we were talking, and we were like, we just have to enjoy this moment. So we're just trying to enjoy it.
Yeah, as you should. Well deserved. Congratulations again. The deal got done. I also wanted to ask, towards the end, the question became, well, would you all entertain other offers? Because Marck Cuban gave you the offer, but there were still some other sharks that were on the table.
There were.
So I'll say,
yeah, she could tell you that part. You can go ahead.
What happened there?
Crying because Damon kept like, he wants the story. Damon he has FUBU, right? And he's so much invested into Black-owned businesses. And so he wanted to know more. He was asking us so many questions. He was interested, but guess what? If you look at the placing, Jamoke and I were on his side. Dwayne was on Mark's side. So you're making contact in front of the shark that you're standing in front of. So we knew that Damon was pulling.
Damon was pulling a lot.
But he didn't care.
Damon was pulling.
Great white shark.
Damon was going to make an offer. I promise you.
Damon has supported us a lot. Like literally,
he orders all
the time. Like
gotta order from him.
Damon just ordered 32 burgers.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah. I saw him in your comments. And I did see, like, he was asking for the story. He seemed interested. And Damon can be a little bit slower on certain things, especially if he's not, a lot of times he'll say, if he's not knowledgeable in that particular space, he might be like, he's going to ask a little bit more questions to figure out if he can help.
Honestly speaking, we had Damon and Lori on the line.
Yeah, Lori too.
Lori
I wanted
Lori.
Because
Lori she's got QVC. She's got the mass production side.
Big time.
I never liked Barbara, but I wanted Lori. I definitely.
Barbara let y'all know she was out.
Barbara and Mr. Wonderful just come off. If you ever watch the show, like they just come off. I mean, they're great sharks. All of them. All 5 sharks are great. But we knew going into Shark Tank who we wanted. We wanted Marck Cuban and Lori. We wanted them to go on a deal together. He didn't even allow them.
No, I was up for Damon too.
So Dwayne, you jumped the gun on that, is what I'm hearing.
Did.
Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
Just a little bit.
No.
Dwayne, did you jump the gun? Because the question became, was there going to be some other offers? And there were 3 other sharks. The 2 other sharks. And I was like,
everybody. Okay, Angie, this is what I'm gonna say. Okay, I want everybody to get this mindset. Okay, I'm down 0-2, so 2 sharks pull out. So I'm not playing anymore after that. I'm down 0-2. I've been broke before. I done been foreclosed, car repossessed, life been crazy. So I'm down 0-2. Okay, now I told my team to trust me walking in here. Okay, so I'm doing all the talking. I said, trust me. Barbara goes out, Mr. Wonderful go out. I'm down 0-2 at this point. At that point, you know, because now I'm getting nervous because I'm like, all right, they're going to try to play hero ball. Be like, Dwayne, you talked enough. Let me get some time in here. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm Kobe Bryant at this thing. Let me go. And look, when the big great work, that big great white started talking. No, like, which I don't know is like my whole life started flashing in front of my eyes. Like when Mark was like, I'll make you a deal, I was crying inside so much. Like, they don't show this part.
Oh, we did our celebration again too. We said started from the bottom that we
That's what we started with, right? And they made us have to redo that because they were like, we don't own the rights to that song. You guys cannot do that. It's a true story. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's how it was. And you know, I actually, like, right after you got the deal, I actually, like, I'm bending over. Like, I'm like on my knees, like bending over. I'm like in tears.
Yeah.
Like, literally, because I've been, I mean, you Angie Ange, you know this journey from Should Could Dream and how much I've given back to the kids, could never monetize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatsoever, you know, being a real entrepreneur is very, very difficult. And, you know, and my team has just trusted me so much. You know what I mean? Like, they had trusted that we're going to do this thing and we're going to make it happen. And, yeah, that's where it was.
No, I completely understand. I mean, I feel like, and again, I that's why I was curious, like, is that pressure? It just feels like so much pressure where it's like they want the answer. And then sometimes they'll play off of each other and put that, because like my fear was, okay, what if they say, we want to hear another offer? And Marck Cuban says, well, bump it, I'm out, you know?
Right.
Like,
that's
you
what
just
you're
never know with them.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Angie, like, for real, like you know, they say that it's harder to get on the Shark Tank than it is to get in the Harvard. That's like a true fact. Like, it's harder to get on there, and then to like get a deal, like it's so difficult. So when you're up there, and again, like, my team trusted me because I asked them straight up. I said, hey, I got this team. Just trust me. I told them two things going into that. I said, number one, Honey got us. That's her mother, Danita's mom, who had passed away. I said, she got us because this was a show she used to watch. And I told him, I said, I got this. You know, and that's because I had worked so hard. And yes, I mean, everyone was doing those training sessions, but, you know, when Vince and I would do those things, like he would do it with the team, and then Vince and I may be doing it like 3 or 4 more times.
They didn't do the game time thing now.
Yeah, I mean, so like we were constantly working, so it was just it was poetry in motion. Motion.
Well, again, proud of you guys. Congratulations, Jamoke. I want to bring it back to you before we go. For anyone who hasn't tried everything Legendary, let people know what can people expect if they haven't tasted one of your burgers, and what are the different options as well? I know the Sharks talked about, you all did reveal that there's like a vegan cheese in there that made it taste so good, or was a part of the taste. So are there different options in terms of flavors? Tell us a little bit about what they can expect for anyone who hasn't already tried the Legendary burger.
Right, so it's a seasoned burger. So the idea is that you literally make it and you can eat it as is. Anything else that you put on it is like your cherry on the top. It's like you're adding just like an accent to what something should be standalone good. That's like the objective, is to go in there. You don't have to worry about, well, what do I put on it to make it taste right? No, as is, it's a great burger. And that's what we wanted to create, something that just would stand alone, be good on its own.
Yeah, nice. Well, how can we support you? Of course, you've got the whole Prince George's County behind you, but we want all of Maryland. I know you guys have been in Baltimore heavy.
GoLegendary.com.
What is it?
GoLegendary.com. Go to the website. GoLegendary.com. GoLegendary.com. You can order it. The burgers are shipped directly to your house. Then we have also, if you're in the DC area, we do operate a ghost kitchen in the DC area from Wednesday to Saturday from 4 to 10 p.m. And you can go on Uber Eats, or you can text our number, which is curbside pickup, and that number is 301-541-8004. So those are the two ways. But right now, I want everyone to go to the website, order these burgers. We have an 8-pack, we have a 16-pack, and the ground will be available next week. So we have ground, so you can do like whatever you want to do with that, whether it be nachos, whether it be spaghetti, whether it be, Jamoke has all the recipes on that, which are also on the website. But GoLegendary.com is where you can go right now, and we just pray that everyone keeps on supporting us.
All right, Go Legendary. And then how can we follow you on socials as well to keep up, or in case we missed any of the information about the Ghost Kitchen and whatnot?
Yes, it is go_legendary. Go_legendary. This is a movement that we are creating. This is a revolution for the plant base. We are throwing seasoning at these other competitors, let them know that you need flavor. Okay, you need flavor, and that's the thing that we're doing over here. We are the new kids on the block. We're very excited. We're very educated. You guys can check us out on all our social media. Go_legendary. Check us out, and please just go to the website. Angie Ange, obviously, you've been a friend of mine. I'm super proud of everything that you've done. Thank you for always supporting us. It really, really means a lot. From Field Kid Dreams, I've been there with College is Cool. I've seen the whole everything that you've done, and it's amazing, and I'm super proud.
Well, Dwayne, Danita, Jamoke, congrats again. Excited. Go legendary. Everything legendary. Let's continue to support. Let's get this money. And I hope to be in a restaurant, at a food truck, at a pop-up. Hopefully when COVID has calmed down, we'll be all together having a good time, enjoying a burger.
And also don't forget, starting in the middle of March, you'll be able to get it in 165 Giant stores. And then we also closed a deal with Safeway, which is 275 stores, and all of the Acme markets, which is up north. So we're moving, and we're about to close a deal with Whole Foods too. So we're moving.
All right, we're moving. Congratulations.
All right,
It's Angie Ange and the whole Go Legendary crew. Everything legendary. Go_legendary. Get with it. It's 93.9 WKYS.